This song was a roller coaster. This is Nightwish's The Poet and the Pendulum. It had a very interesting journey to it and meaning to it, and we're going to watch it here together very soon. But before we do that, you might notice that the format is a little bit different, and that is because this was actually filmed live on my Twitch. With that said, let's jump into the video. Let's go. Whispering is a little unsettling. She's so ethereal. Marco. Ooh, okay. Okay, before we get into this next part of it, oh my god, Floor's freaking vocals in the beginnings, like, it sounds like an angel is singing to me. Like, ethereal, serene, crisp, beautiful sound. And it's a very nice introduction into the song itself. Like, it starts off slow and then it starts to kind of like build up. And Pooh's little, so cute. He was like, he started doing his thing and he had a little nose scrunchie and then he's like, yeah, and I was like, I was about to say, but I'm like, I'm Pooh, but then at the same time I was like, I swear to God, if I get somebody's name wrong in this video, the Nightwish crowd are literally gonna chew me up, spit me out, and like be like, this is the, and then they'll put the labels of the names of everybody, be like, get it right next time or it's gonna be worse. I'm just kidding. You guys are all honestly very, very sweet, very kind, have been really supportive. I'm just bugging y'all. But there have been many times where I've messed up the names, so I just want to make sure that I get them correct. I do know a little bit of the backstory behind this song, and the fact that this was written by Tomas after Tarja's leaving. So obviously we haven't listened to all of it yet, but that's very interesting, and I'll have that in mind while I'm listening to this. It's great to see lovely Marco again. I just saw him in Exit Eden not too long ago, so it's nice to get a little throwback with Nightwish. But let's continue this. Let's continue. Yes. Ooh, yeah. A little growl on there. They always have such interesting lyrics. Floor. Why is he just standing there? Okay, another thing that I want to say before we get into the next section of this song is that I actually quite like the fact, okay, well, actually, wait. One thing I want to say, I don't know what it is with Nightwish exactly, but every time I watch it, I always start to think of like Peter Pan and Neverland. And I know that I think there was one song that I listened to that they kind of had a little reference to that, but the whole vibe of their music just makes me think like rock Neverland, rock Peter Pan. There's just like this magical kind of well, obviously a rock quality to their music, and I think maybe that's also to do with a lot of their lyrics are very unique. And I actually kind of liked the way that they said I cannot cry because the shoulder cries more. I cannot die. I the whore for the cold world. Because I feel like that word itself has such a negative like connotation to it, and I really like how they take that and they spin it into something that's more of just like, I am just so enthusiastically into this, like the cold world. Like I just take it as, at least in my personal opinion, I take it as it's more of a positive, not a positive spin, but just kind of like taking back that word, and then also being like, you know what, like I absolutely, like the cold world is, that's me, that's my vibe, that's who I am. And that's cool. Like, because I mean, Nightwish is very unique in itself. And so it just, I hope that makes sense, kind of what I'm trying to say with that. But I do kind of like, I actually kind of appreciate that, because that wording in there, because a lot of times, like whenever I hear that word, I cringe a little bit, because I'm like, it has that kind of negativeness behind it, but I like how they used it in this as more of just like an emphasis of just being really into a certain, like, I'm into the cold world kind of thing. Anyways, so I appreciate that. Also, Floor's vocals. She's so like talented in the way that like she, in the beginning, very operatic, obviously, and then in here she added like a little bit of growls and stuff like that, and then like just growly sounding into her words, and then she had those softer, and then she had more belty stuff, and it's just like she can do just give Floor whatever you want and she'll do it. So let's continue on to the third part of this song, which is called The Pacific. They really slowed it down, okay. god. Okay, that was absolutely freaking beautiful. I feel like I could just listen to Floor. Listen, like I could just listen to Floor do like those more operatic vocals just forever. You know, I was like, oh, can we just do it a little bit longer? Can we just have her just her vocals a little bit longer? And I was like, oh, I understand. It's a journey of a song, but I'm like, can we just a little bit longer? I also wanted to say, does Tomas have just like a bottle of wine chilling here? Look at this. I approve. I approve. I approve of this. This is pretty great. But this is an absolutely beautiful part of the song. I really like how they slowed it down. We still got a little bit of the Pacific left, so I'll probably wait until after this next part ends to give a little bit more of my thoughts. But frick, Floor's freaking vocals, man, it's just gorgeous. Really beautiful. Okay. A wine bottle. Whoa! Freaking war drums. Or not war drums. Horns.
I'm afraid, so afraid. Being raped again and again and again. I know I will die alone, but loved. You live long enough to hear the sound of guns. Long enough to find yourself screaming every night. Long enough to see your friends betray you. For years, I've been strapped onto this altar. Now I only have 3 minutes and counting. I just wish the tide would catch me first and give me a death I always longed for.
Jeez. That was heavy. Okay. Okay. That's different from Marco. I haven't heard that before. Interesting. Oh, that's nice. They went back.
Two of us was called from the cares of the world. He stopped crying at the end of each beautiful day. The music he wrote had too long been without silence. He was found naked and dead, with a smile on his face, a pen, and 1,000 pages of erased text.
Okay. We're about to go into the next part, which will be the final part, which is called Mother and Father. One thing I do want to say, it's very interesting how they insert those like worded text parts, where it almost sounds like a child is speaking them. Like it's, at least, well, maybe not for the first part actually, but I know for the second part it definitely sounded like a child was speaking them. But obviously it's embellished, because obviously Tomas is not, he's not dead and wasn't found dead and naked, written with 1,000 pages in text. He wrote this song for or about Tarja's leaving, or it was inspired by that and his feelings over it. But I don't know how much of it is like, at least for the first part, because this is a song about her departure, right? Or it's been influenced by that. So I'm just curious, like, what parts of it is more about his feelings of how she left, or more about actually putting her on the forefront, if that makes any sense, or the song is about her, other than his feelings, or maybe it's just all about his feelings. Either way, it's been a really interesting journey. I'm excited to see where this last part takes us. I appreciated too, because I'm like, I don't think I'd ever heard Marco's vocals the way that I heard them in this song. He definitely he had like this, like, almost like, I want to say almost like this kind of like goblin-y sound to his voice. That sounds so weird, but maybe it's just more of like sing talking with vocal fry is probably a better way to put it. But he just had this quality to him that I'd never seen from him before, because I've heard a lot of his very bold, belty, full sound. I've heard a lot of that. So I just hadn't heard this particular way of singing from him, and I was just like, what? Like, it was interesting. It was really interesting. I was shocked. And I liked how they went back to, I believe it was the second part that was called Home, because they kind of went back to the cold world, and because the shoulder cries more, that portion, they went right back to that. So that was pretty cool to kind of like dip back, kind of connect it a little bit more with the past and the current part of the song. But let's finish this up, and then I'll give my final thoughts. Let's do it. I love how they're all sitting there around. It's giving me Evanescence vibes for this portion of the song.
Thank you.
Dang, y'all. Okay, holy moly, that was a ride. That was a ride. That was a... It was really beautiful to see that one, that Tomas wrote this about his feelings about when Tarja left. I think that's beautiful. And I think it was really beautiful just there, just that moment at the end too, when Marco and Empu went up to Tomas. And it looked like they were saying something. But I just loved how all of the members of the band kind of came together, either by the keyboards or on those steps on the stairs, and kind of like honoring, because I'm like, I've heard Tarja sing, and I've heard, I believe I've also heard Annette sing, beautiful vocals, and I mean, when you're in a band, like there's an impact when people come and go. And so that was an absolutely beautiful, beautiful song. I have to say, I really liked that end part. It was absolutely beautiful, serene, and had, but at the same time, as a whole, it takes you through like a whole bunch of different emotions, which... It's like, as humans, we are full of many different emotions. So it was really nice to see that in, it as a part of a song, and to kind of have those actual parts of the song that are for different, basically emotions, I would think. Again, I don't, well, not again, but I don't really look too much into, or I try not to look too much into like drama or anything like that happens within a band, because I do really try and just appreciate the music, you know, appreciate the art of the music, and not look too much into why someone left, or why someone I don't know, like why things happen within a band. I just try not to look too much into like the drama of it. So I don't know the exact reason why Tarja left. But this is a beautiful song that Tomas wrote and kind of based off of his feelings about her leaving. And again, I don't know why exactly, but I think that was really beautiful of him to do. And to also have Floor singing it as well, I think is also beautiful, because it's like, yes, she's now kind of in that spot where Tarja was, but she's singing this whole song, and if what I read is correct about kind of the history of the song is kind of for Tarja in a way. So I think it's beautiful that she was a part of that process. So thank you so much for sharing. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy, please hit the like button. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye!